Hi, welcome to the Typecast. We're here with our cherry limeades. Or is that just me?
Ooh.
Is
Ooh, why
cherry
didn't you bring
limeade
one for
a
everyone?
beloved thing across the United States? Like, do y'all know about cherry limeades from Sonic?
Wait, so is that
No.
Sonic? I was gonna ask you, like,
Ye-
do you have like a swig or what's happening? Tell us
Yeah,
more.
but yeah, so cherry limeades from Sonic are like a huge thing here. Like, I don't know if it's a Texas thing or an Austin thing because it's just always hot. And so you go to Sonic and you get your big old cherry limeade and you just drive around drinking cherry limeade and being cool. And they recently came out with, or I recently discovered, a sugar-free packet at HEB, our grocery store, and I've been mixing it with Sprite
Grenadine.
Zero.
Wait, that sounds
And
amazing.
it's the most refreshing summer drink around. So anyway,
Wait,
Hot
before
take.
we even
that's what I've been doing.
before we even introduce our guest, this packet, is it like the True Lime packet? And then you're putting it in what? You're just putting
It's
where's the
just
cherry?
called this. It's called the Sonic Cherry Limeade. It's
Gotcha.
like a powder.
So
It's probably full of chemicals.
I was gonna say, but your drink is red.
Yeah, no, it's bright red, but I
So
just put
okay.
Sprite in it, and it tastes just like a cherry limeade from Sonic.
Wow.
So anybody who's
Well,
interested, what are you two
I
drinking?
I
Us and
am
our
all of a
mystery
sudden
guest, because
very,
you don't know
very
who it is yet.
parched.
Okay, Lisa, Quine revealed. What are you drinking?
I am super boring. I'm just drinking water. It was from
Oh,
Costco.
so
It's the
healthy.
closest thing like to my
Costco
studio.
water.
And like just grab the water bottle.
Great. Well, we
I
love a
am
hydrated
also,
queen.
we do. I'm also drinking water, but I'm drinking it in a fancy cup. Listen to this.
That
Wait,
is
where'd you?
fancy.
Oh,
Ooh, ASMR.
Can you hear it?
I'm in noise
Yeah,
canceling headphones, and it
Oh,
sounds so. It's like
it's
music to the
crispy.
ears.
is
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that. Anyway, I like my water with a lot of ice, which I think, Katie, you don't like ice, right?
I don't mind ice. It's just that this refrigerator we have in this house, it has to be so small that we couldn't get one that had an ice maker. So
That's awful. Lisa,
that's
what's
it.
your take on
Really
ice?
important things.
I don't love ice. I don't love the cold. Like we just got a cold plunge and I've been in it like 5 times out of
Why,
I
four
assume
why
that
do
months.
wasn't your idea.
No, it was not. Well, I thought like, doing murals, I get so sore like so quickly because I'm not doing murals like every single day for a whole year. Like there's breaks in between. So every time you go to do another mural, after day one, I'm a mess. My body is a mess. It feels like I went through the like food disposal. And I thought like very accurate. I thought like a cold plunge would like cure that because it's really good for inflammation and
Yeah,
depression and anxiety. And I
but it's
think
just
my
not worth the
husband
pain.
has it. No, he has it set too cold. Like I could do 59 degrees, but that's like bath water.
Yeah, no,
So
Is
it's
it?
supposed to be freezing. It's supposed to be a bucket of ice.
I've never
yeah,
tried it.
Really?
your body
I
is
don't think I
telling you
have the
you're dying.
constitution for
Yeah,
it. I
you
don't.
didn't, and it's like you're
I'm
dying,
just,
you're dying, you're dying. Get out, get out. And like after 45 seconds, they're like, okay, wait, this is nice, but I can never get to the
yeah.
45 seconds.
Wow.
The tolerance we have for pain is so low. I was on the swim team, so we would just like dive into freezing water but it's like not freezing. Obviously, it's not an ice bath, but it sounds so appealing to do it. But it is cold, and I
Mm.
would prefer a hot tub.
Oh my
But
God, I want to hear more
I'm all
about
about
swim
the
team.
scalding water. Yeah.
yeah, me too.
How's
My
your swim
shower,
team?
I want to come out looking like I was just in a fight.
Yeah, I look full lobster, or else I'm unhappy.
Okay, well,
Hey Lisa,
let's
we
talk more
know
about
more about your temperature preferences than we do about anything else. So
Sorry.
can you fill in some of the gaps for us? How do you normally introduce yourself to
Great
people? Like
question.
what do you even do?
Hi, I'm Lisa Quine. I'm an artistic mess. I just kind of go with the flow because I have way too many interests. But no, I'm a mural artist and illustrator designer. Like those things feel like they become more and more secondary. So I'm a muralist who has a background in graphic design.
Well, all your murals are very illustration heavy these days.
yeah.
There's so much going on in them. So I think all your talents have converged under the mural general umbrella, it seems.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I was so looking forward to talking to you today. But also, like, I kind of miss lettering, and it's always so nice when clients want like a headline in their mural. I'm like, yay! Like, I get to go back to
Yes.
my roots in lettering.
Score. Yeah,
So
we
funny.
actually, Lisa and I met at Letter West, the retreat, back in the day. It wasn't that long ago, but it feels like a
Pre-COVID.
long time ago. And you just stood out to me out of everyone, just like such a shining, beautiful angel person. And you just have such a calming, kind aura. And I was just so drawn to you. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
Alana, we have to hang out with Lisa. And she's like, okay,
I
whatever. And then
know.
she met you, and she was like,
Okay.
I get it.
No, actually, I think you might have it backwards because I don't think I met Lisa until this year, like in
That's what
person.
I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, but
When
I had been following Lisa and I talked about this. I think we went to a conference and like maybe had met uh
Oh
in like
my
2015,
God.
right?
I
Because it was in your town when you lived in Cleveland.
Oh my God, did you go to Weapons? A
Yes.
mass creation. Oh my
So
gosh,
I
I
feel
was
like
a
that's when I started following
baby.
you.
I was an
Um,
introverted baby, so I was
But you
probably
got the
like in the
full
corner.
effect.
I
You
didn't get
got
the
the
full
full
effect,
effect of the Lisa Quine
but I
magic
could tell.
aura.
I could tell you
Yeah.
were a good one.
Yeah.
Well, Katie,
Anyway, everyone, she's just the kindest person, and you can just feel it radiating.
well, can I talk about you guys? That was so freaking nice. No,
No, it's
Katie,
not allowed.
I remember your five minute speech that like turned into a full blown keynote about your monsters project, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like not expecting like to be like walking away that inspired from your
Aww.
story. That was incredible. I'm like, get this girl a microphone more often, and
I
like look
don't
where
think
you are now.
I
And then
don't think we
Alana.
cared about it,
Yeah,
Katie.
no, it was just the monster project.
I don't think
Yeah.
we've ever talked about it on the podcast, so people probably
Oh
don't
my
know what
God,
that is.
Yeah, it's just a sneaky side project I did for like
huge.
5,
Wait,
7,
no,
I don't know,
I,
years of my life.
it's not just this sneaky little thing because I have gone into several schools and they are doing it in their classrooms. Like I don't think you realize how impactful it was. Like
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know.
just the fastest explanation of it, so you're not like what. But we can do another episode on it one day. Is I did this project where I had kids draw monsters in their classrooms, and then I would take them and give them to professional illustrators from all over the world, and then they would reimagine the kids' monsters in their own style and just like bring them to life by professional artists. So the kids basically got like fan art of their own art by professional artists, and then I would bring it back to the kids and show them, and just to like inspire them about their potential and let them see how big their creativity can get. And yeah, it was just really, really fun. But yeah, we'll
Like
have to do a side episode or something on that one day.
such a good idea. It's such a good idea. Like everyone in the
Thanks,
room that heard
Lisa.
you talk about it was like, I want to do that for a kid. Like that's genius. And then Alana, you're the first person like I knew in our community that wrote a book and wrote a book
Oh,
about business. Like I was like, wow, she has her shit
Badass.
together.
I mean, I definitely
You know
don't,
what?
but
I was looking through the reviews of your book yesterday because my dad asked how much your book costs because we're writing a book and we were talking about costs and stuff. And I was like, oh, Alana doesn't like to look through the reviews because of course not. Nobody does.
yeah, no.
And I just was like, okay, I'm going to see. There's like a few 1-star reviews. I'm going to see what it is. And they were so mad that you like cussed or something in the book. They were like, how, like, I was going to give this to my 8-year-old son, and you just thought that everybody likes to talk the way that you talk, and it
It's
is
my
so
book.
profane.
Yeah.
that it's so funny because there's so many 5-star reviews, and it's like
Yeah.
so many reviews on Amazon. It's crazy. It does so well. But I was like, I wonder what these little jerks are saying, and they're just mad that you were cussing.
That's
They
so
can't
funny.
handle
You know
it.
what's interesting though is I have always wanted to do a version of it for kids. Like I thought that would be so cool to like lemonade stand style it. So
Well, you can
trademark.
reach back out to that lady and make things
They're
right.
big. That's because you got the X-rated version, babe.
Yeah. We should put that on our
that's-
book, X-rated.
Yeah.
I don't think
Gosh.
ours has any cussing in it. It
Also-
might have like a bleep.
No, I have a bleep in my book. I don't even think I have actual cuss words, but that's so funny.
And they got mad at that. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
If you
I
put
mean,
that it's X-rated on your book, though, you're gonna
No,
get the other
no.
comments being like, "Where's the nudity?" Like,
I know, right?
Where's the
one star?
spice?
It's wild out there. I had something on the tip of my tongue, and it's left the building.
That's all right. We
Yeah,
could
may
talk to
she be
Lisa about
R.I.P.
herself, maybe,
It was
because she
it
did
was
her
about
classic. She
it
did
was
her classic
about
Lisa thing and
Lisa.
turned it around on us.
It was about
I'm
Lisa.
giving the people what they want. We want to know about you guys too.
Nobody
She gave
wants to
us
know.
compliments. Nah, no,
Nobody wants
we
to
don't
know.
need to talk about us today. That was enough.
But
Okay,
Lisa,
Lisa.
you have lived so many lives. I feel like as an artist, and they
My
do
cat.
like all intertwine really really beautifully. But you said you like don't know which title to lead with because sometimes they don't like to us. It's so clear. Like your murals are one way of your artwork manifesting, but like your artwork is on like decks, it's on book covers, it's on like all the hundreds of other hairbrushes, the
Hairbrushes.
hairbrushes.
That was
Like
my favorite project ever.
me too. Obsessed. I still obsessed. So yeah,
Gorgeous.
I don't think there's like one title that you have to like sit with. I think you are an artist and it comes to life in so many different ways. But yeah,
You're
it sounds
somebody
like
who has such a distinctive style without being boxed in, but you have such a distinctive hand in your work that I could pick your work out of like a million artists. I could find it.
yeah.
That's a huge compliment because I don't know what my style is, but like everybody else does, and it's I mean this
Well,
is the
that's the
exact
thing, yeah.
that's the exact thing. Like this is why I like hired someone else to do my logo because I don't know me. Everyone else seems to know me, and yeah.
No, we did the same exact thing just because, yeah, you
The
can't
Hood
see
Sisters?
the label from inside the jar. That's one of Alana's favorite quotes, and we
Oh,
love it.
yes, I love that quote. No, but your branding is gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning. I love getting your email, like your newsletters and like just seeing you pop up in social channels. Like you could tell right away, like you have such a strong brand presence.
I
Way
mean,
to turn it around on us
yeah,
again.
I can't take any credit, but shout out to the
Yeah,
Hood
no,
Sisters.
shout out to the Hood Sisters.
Oh
Who
my
did
God, I
yours?
love them. They are Jess and Gwen, and they're a two-person shop here in Cleveland. Tried to go local, and yeah, I
I
just
love that.
redid my website because I met someone at Circles conference in Texas, and she's like, I design websites. I'm like, well, I have ignored mine for a decade,
Yeah,
so I think it's time to update that.
yeah, that's
Well,
awesome.
maybe we should talk about like how you kind of got to the place you're at. I know that's like a very common question, but just to kind of place people in the context of where you're at now, and then we can dive a little bit deeper.
Yeah, yeah. No, in my 20s, I just could not sit still or stop. Like in college, I was just like working on my portfolio constantly and it just stopped abruptly at graduation. So after graduation, I got a job and it was just 9 to 5. I'm like, what do I do after 5 p.m.? So I started
What
hand
was the job?
lettering. I was an art director in advertising. It started out as an intern, then got hired on after the summer internship. But yeah, I just like I needed to be more challenged, or like I just felt this itch to keep making art with my hands because I was on a computer all day and like not used to like working 9 to 5. I'm used to like being in a studio at 3 a.m. So stayed up late lettering, found Goodtype in like 2013, and like have been a long time loyal follower and have loved to see like all your iterations too. Like Goodtype has lived so many lives as well, but found a lot of inspiration through Goodtype, found a lot of artists around the world, and I feel like Instagram is what elevated my lettering. Like I was just lettering lyrics and then it started turning into commissions. Eventually clients wanted that lettering on their walls and I like completely stumbled into murals through lettering. And then I've just kind of kept going. I keep saying yes to projects. I'm like, that's something different. Like, sure, I'll do it. And here we
What's
are.
the most unexpected, like outlandish thing you've said yes to?
All the sports stuff I've been doing recently, like I'm like,
Yeah,
I did
I
not
was
get into
wondering.
this business
I
for
was
this.
wondering if you're a sports gal.
No, I know.
Don't tell
I'm
the
like,
clients.
no, yeah, don't tell.
That's so
But
funny.
like, it felt challenging. I'm a huge Cleveland fan. Like, I love the city of Cleveland
Yeah.
so much, and like when I got the opportunity to work with the Guardians and then the Cavs, and then just it just tumbled from that, and I'm like, wow, like I feel like I don't know, but the city kind of loves me back. Like I love the city so much. It just felt like it's given me like a dream career, and that feeling feels mutual.
Aw, that's so sweet. Jinx. We love the local pride. I have checked out the Cleve in several years ago, picked up a pierogi or two, had a good time.
Oh my gosh, I did a mural for like an Amazon warehouse and they're like, you got to put pierogies in it. I'm like, what? So
They're like,
that was
it's
fun.
necessary. Amazon and pierogies go hand in hand. Okay, so you have to talk a little bit more about this hairbrush project that Alana and I are so obsessed with. Give us the deets on like what that was and how that came about and what that was like.
Oh my
So
gosh,
cool.
it's so funny. This is why you say yes to everything when you can, when you're in your 20s and you don't have any responsibilities. So I was working in advertising and a coworker's like, "Hey, I've got this blank wall in my guest room. Can you just like hand letter a little quote?" I'm like, "I don't have time for this." Like, but I said yes. I'm like, "You know what? Sure." So I lettered this piece for her. Years later, like I think 3 years later, she's like, "Hey, I'm at Aveda now, like at an agency that our
Is
client's
that how you
Aveda."
say it? I have always said Aveda in my head, but I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it out
Oh
loud.
my God, what is it? I've been
I
saying,
don't
what do you say,
know.
Oh,
Alana?
I think Lisa was right.
Yeah, it's very, very likely. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut in.
You're fine.
That was one
I
of those
mean,
moments where you're like, oh
you
no,
guys, this
I've
is
said it
more
wrong all
important.
my life. Yeah. Okay, sorry,
You know how
continue.
many times I've been to conferences and I'm saying Instagram handles all wrong? All
Oh,
wrong.
You
To
know
the
who I
person.
said who was the funniest? You know Monique Amy?
Yes,
For
I
some
love
reason,
her
I
work.
always thought Monica me.
I love
I
that.
thought
Wait,
it French.
I love
wait, I have
it
one
And
too.
you
I have
did? You
one.
thought that too, Lisa?
No,
Oh, I
oh,
thought
did
she
you,
said.
Lisa?
I thought no. She's like, no,
I'm too
that's just you,
embarrassed.
girl.
I'm too embarrassed.
It's just you, girl.
Wait, no, I have
Monica
one.
me.
I have one. Dan Drawn. What is it? Dan Drawn.
Yeah.
I always
Drawn
thought it was
drawn words.
D and
Deandron. Yeah.
like D for Dan and
That's
Oh,
funny.
like
like
it just like
pander.
pushed
P
together
and
and
R. Yeah.
I'm like why his name is actually Dan, like why would
Oh my
I
gosh.
what
You have
or
to tell these people this.
Casey
Well,
the
yeah.
bookcase. Remember
That's
when
embarrassing.
you were like, no,
Yeah.
it's like a bookcase, like Casey, and
Like
I was like,
Casey, bookcase.
oh,
Well, you just didn't get the pun, but that's
I just didn't
okay.
get it. No, I didn't get it. It went
It came
right over
later.
my head.
This is why I just stick with my
Okay.
name. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Which, you know what?
It's
That's
nice when you
another
have a
thing.
distinct name like that.
No one knows how to say my last name, and it's hilarious.
Tell us.
Oh,
But
that'll be annoying.
I get Quinn. Sometimes I get Queen. I'm like,
Oh.
I'll allow it.
I'll go with that.
Are we saying it right?
Quine.
It's
It rhymes
yeah, we
with
got
wine.
it. That seems
Yeah, you got it.
that
You
seems
know it.
obvious.
Sorry, what
I
was
called
the original
Elizabeth.
question?
I called Elizabeth Goodspeed, Elizabeth Godspeed, like
Forever.
5 times. Five
Yeah.
times to our current friend's audience. I was like, this is our friend Elizabeth Godspeed. And she just didn't correct me because she's so kind. And I was like, oh no.
No,
You know,
oh my
I guess
gosh.
it happens.
It happens.
Yep.
It happens. Anyway,
Okay.
what was our original
Aveda.
question? Oh yeah,
We were
brushes.
talking. Is that how you say it?
Aveda.
Aveda. Okay, so Aveda brushes.
Yes. So my old coworker came back and was like, I'm at a new agency. Our client is Aveda. Do you do like hand lettering on brushes? I'm like, no, but let's go for it. Like,
But
you
starting
know what
today,
she
I
led?
do.
It would be so
Right?
specific if you had done that.
Right. Well, she led with like, these are going to celebrities. I'm like, say no more.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yes, I'm your girl. And then trying to figure it out. Like I thought, do I project like my design on the brushes? Like
Mm-hmm.
set up a little, like I had no idea how I was going to do this because I gave them designs before I could figure out how to implement the design. And they
Right.
were very detail oriented. So I bought a Cricut machine, learned how to like do stickers through that. And I would like stick the design on, peel, get my little X-Acto knife. But I'm doing all these brushes by hand. And people love them and they're like, do you sell them? I'm like, these were a nightmare to work on. Like, I don't know how I could charge
You would have
under
to sell them for
500
like
per brush.
$1,000.
Yes, no, seriously. I'm like, if I said it like one day a week and I just do brushes, like maybe I could cut the cost that way, but like insane. And so Fergie shared her brush, Kate Hudson shared her brush, and I was like, well, this is like as close to celebrity as I'll ever be.
So
But
cool.
So cool.
And like, yeah, it just, that was a wild moment. And that was during COVID, and just the feeling of like, what are we living in right now? Just that Aveda experience added to that like weirdness.
That's so
Did
cool.
it
So with the Cricut cuts, were you making like a stencil and then you were
Yes, sorry.
painting? Okay,
Couldn't think of the word
got it.
stencil. That's
did
exactly the word I'm
anything
looking for.
did anything else like significant come from it? Like from getting people sharing your work? Like did they tag you and then people followed you? Or like did a new job come from any of these? Not necessarily from the celebrities, but from people seeing you? Like did you get a commission for bridesmaids? Or like, yeah,
You know what?
did something actually come from it besides it being a paid gig?
That's a really good question. I'm just checking my feed because I can't remember anything I've worked on ever. I don't think so, which was such a bummer. I was mentally like, oh, this is gonna lead to so
Yeah, of
much,
course.
Well, I bet
but
it inadvertently did. I bet you just
maybe.
don't know the direct link.
You know
I
what they did?
remember, go ahead.
They did reach out this past year for another brush project, and I quoted them like a little higher, and they're like, "No, we were thinking of like I gave them a 5-digit total, and they were like, "No, we're more in the 3-digit total." I'm like, "No."
Three
Come
digits.
on.
I think it was just like a marketing campaign, like low budget. I get what they were going for.
Yeah.
It was like a quick turnaround, just something small, but those brushes
Yeah.
were too much work.
Not aligned. No, it's good that you knew how much work that was, so you could be like, yeah, I'm
It
gonna have
is
to pass this time.
Yeah, it is so hard to say no to those things because the
Yeah.
like excitement of sharing your work and getting it in front of those people who like can change your life. We've seen people, while
Yeah.
it is like not the norm, like we've seen people have one post go crazy viral and their life does change, but that's not usually the case. And so it's really hard to pass on those jobs where you're like, it's really not enough pay, but you're
Yeah.
like, I have to. And yeah, it's definitely like a gut check. And yeah, it's real hard to pass on that. We actually, Katie and I just had an
I
opportunity and
was
we
just
were
gonna
like,
bring
it's
this
low
up.
pay. Actually, we had two. One was like, it's really low pay, but it would be a fun project to work on and like add something to our portfolio that we didn't have. And so we did it for really low pay and we were like very happy to do it. It was really quick and it was all fine. But then we had another one and we fought back on price and they were like, we gave it to someone else when you said the price was too low. Like they didn't even give us a
Well,
chance to be
the
like,
the funny thing is that they reframed it as if they were like we want to uphold the price that artists think that they should get paid. So we went with somebody who values themselves
less,
less.
less. Yeah. Basically,
We
we
were
went with
like,
someone who was
"What?"
less experienced or something. And it's like, we didn't even ask a lot. Like, I would not say that we are, we're not a branding agency. We're not an agency. We're just
No.
two
And
artists
it was a
working.
company that works with artists all the time, so it was
Yeah.
definitely
It's just so
eye-opening.
Oh my
interesting.
God. I was just gonna say, like, my 30s have all been about like putting the client not on a pedestal anymore because,
Yeah.
Mhm.
a lot of them don't know what they're doing either or have never worked with an artist before. But I can't believe this client like has worked with artists before and is still like, oh, I'll just take the lowest
Well,
bidder.
and I
Yeah,
asked,
but then
I
but then
asked
when they
another
put it in
client.
that perspective of like, we want to respect your pricing, so we're going with somebody else. It's like,
Right.
is that respecting like all artists though?
Right.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Right.
I asked another artist who I knew had worked with him, and I was like, just doing a quick check, like, is this like based on? They had reached out to me personally, and so I was like, is this based on like audience size? Are they valuing like how many followers I have versus um like how many you have because they're like a design influencer? And they were like, no, they just pay like crap. And I didn't ask this, but I was like, why do you keep working with them then?
Right.
I
They were
mean,
just
I
like,
Right.
have
I
been
love the
guilty of
product.
that in the
Yeah.
past just because I've been like, Mama wants some work. Um,
And it depends
so
how
No.
easy it is.
I
Like,
can't say I always uphold a perfect standard for all artists. Sometimes you just gotta,
I
I
also
don't know.
wonder, like, you know, we do want the work. And I think like, Lisa, you were just saying, we put them on this pedestal, but like, it doesn't have to be that difficult. I think sometimes we make a job way harder than it needs to be. Like, obviously, a branding project is a long process and like very involved and it's a lot of strategy, but like designing one greeting card is like a couple hours. Like it doesn't have to be that deep. And I think we have to take some of that away and be like, if it's one post on Instagram, am I going to feel good? If like, let's say they're hiring for content creation, am I going to feel good at the end of the day if I do this? Or if it's like a sticker design versus a 60-foot mural, like we just have to place our value in the right places. And I think oftentimes, especially with pricing, there's a lot of ego that gets in the way, and we think like, oh, this should be a $20,000 project, and it's like, would you pay $20,000 for that? Like, you know?
Right, absolutely. Oh, sorry. No, I just like you guys, I take on work that like sometimes that is low budget, or I meet the client where they're at just because it sounds like a fun gig like to
Right.
work on.
Yeah.
But yeah, but especially when you're starting out, I said yes to way too many low budget projects, but it did help like kind
Yeah.
of get me where I am now. So I don't, it's
Yeah.
tough. It is tough. You kind of
Yeah.
just got to do what you got to do, but like trying to put um put myself in the client's shoes has helped a ton too. Like if
Mm-hmm.
we're all trying to get to the same goal, like and
Yeah.
understand each other, like that's been a huge help.
Yeah,
And
totally.
before we got on the call, we were talking about how mindset is really important. And we've always seen you, Lisa, as someone who's really optimistic. And I think that's, like you just said, is one of the things we have to do is like put ourselves in their shoes, or like not take it so seriously. And I think that's really important when it comes to freelancing, is like putting our ego aside and remembering like, yes, we are talent. Like someone is going to hire us as the talent, but especially with Katie and I for licensing, like we're not the only part of the picture. Someone still has to manufacture or have a business, and like they have to approve the art and the message. There's just so much more that goes into it. Yeah, I don't know if we can talk about like the importance of that mindset, and like even taking our own work off a pedestal and remembering that we're not always doing it for ourselves. Like we're making art because we love to make art, but oftentimes we're doing it for a client, and sometimes what they want is the best answer, whether it's what we agree with or not.
Well, I think, Lisa, I was looking at your website before this, just perusing around, and it does look so good.
There's so many
But
words on it now.
you have these core values listed out that I was just like, mwah. And it's like exactly what you're talking about now, Alana. So she says she has 5 guiding principles. And the first one is a world of pure imagination. Everyone's creative. And, you know, you might be surprised at the beauty inside your head that's waiting to be uncovered. I love that perspective for clients because they usually like dog themselves so bad and they're like, I don't know. And just to like invite them into that space is so sweet and so very Lisa. And it follows up with the second one where you say no space for snobby.
Ooh.
It says
That's so sassy.
the art world can seem, sorry to put you on the spot, I just really liked these. The art world can seem a little intimidating, but I'm not precious or pretentious. And I take your feedback on board and I create designs you'll actually love, not the ones you're supposed to love. And that's such a good thing to understand about that client relationship too. And they're trying to like navigate a kind of industry or sector that they don't know super well a lot of the time, and they feel very intimidated, and they're also like looking around the room trying to look like they know what they're doing, and everybody tries to like add a piece of feedback, but just coming from that space of like non-snobbery, no snobs allowed, I think is really great. And there you have other ones too that just are just a really nice kind of setting to bring your clients into. You got a great mindset.
Thanks. Thank you so much for that and for reading all that. I think a lot of that too is just having some good keywords for search there too. No, but no, seriously, like I'm getting to a point where like my portfolio is getting larger, my clients are getting bigger, and I don't want to get like to be a high level mural artist. Like I want to be the like underdog, like gritty Cleveland, Ohio, like Midwest
Yeah.
kind of work ethic artist. I want to stay at that level because I do want to help out like new business too. And I've been on calls where people are like, oh, like what do you think we should do? Like you're the expert. I'm like, this is a collaboration. Like, I want to hear your ideas too. And like, when we get into the design process, like, it is a total collaboration. Like, I can make something pretty, but like, I'm terrible at conceptualizing ideas. Like, I've always been bad at concepting. I hate, like, in advertising, I knew I didn't have a future in it because I couldn't think of ideas. But I can make things look pretty. And so that's where it really does become a collaboration with the client. I want to hear their brand story. I want to hear their like goals for the project, and then we could like work together on that.
That's such a refreshing take, because usually you hear designers being like, oh, I wish my client would shut up or step aside so that I can, take the lead, because they don't know what they're talking about. But when, that's like the classic design snob mentality, right? But then there's people like you who are like, okay, I have this area where I don't feel as confident, and the client actually knows better than I do at this stage. They know their business better than I do, so why don't I rely on them? Like, that's duh, it's such different perspective, and it's so smart.
It's
I'm like their ChatGPT robot.
Yeah. Tell me what you want and I'll spit something out.
Exactly.
I love that. Something that Katie and I were talking about the other day when we were talking about, we've opened our studio, so now we're taking on freelance work together. And we were talking about like what sort of branding projects we would want, because neither of us want to become a branding studio where we're doing like 3 months of strategy and holding someone's hand and learning the ins and outs of their business. But we do like creating logos. And so we were trying to like figure out the like, how do you explain it without being like, I just want to like make something pretty that you can slap on whatever. We're trying to figure out like, how do we like the quick and dirty, for the small business who needs just something to get started and doesn't need something that's so timeless that it's going to be Coca-Cola or like a Nike swoosh. Like, it doesn't have to be this like iconic thing that gets awards. But it's so refreshing to hear you say like you want to be like the underdog. Very Ted Lasso of you. What, especially Midwest, what did you ever feel like, oh, I'm gonna hire people, or I want to grow and have 20 employees? And
I did always think about like, how do I scale up? Like, how do I keep growing as an artist? But I've figured like to look inward and like just always be improving my style, and that's like my creative outlet and how I grow. But no, it's so funny about hiring employees. Like, I did just hire my first intern, and that has been like a huge difference in workflow, because like I can pass some like little stuff off to her. Like, for example, I'm working on a mural that's like a photo op that's going in the Guardian Stadium. I'm so excited for that.
wow.
But she's working on like, I kind of voiced up in a brainstorming session, like, why don't we bring the mural down to the floor? Coming off of this like Dayglow mural I just painted, people loved that the rainbow of the mural went on the sidewalk. I'm like, how do I keep like this momentum going? So we're trying to, I passed off to Jackie is her name. Like, Jackie, can you design some floor options for this like ballpark photo op mural? So it's nice to have someone working on stuff so I could focus on like the big picture, and she could take care of like, some side stuff to support the big picture.
That's so cool. I love that so much.
How did you find Jackie, you said?
Great question. Yes. My old lacrosse coach in college reached out. He's like, hey, I ref with this student. She's graduating in May. Like, she majored in fine arts with a minor of graphic design. She's looking for like work this summer. And so I hired her to help me install a mural. It went so well. She's like, hardworking, great conversation, because that's big. When you're painting a mural, you need to talk to like the right people, or else it goes south really quick.
Yeah,
you're spending 8 hours a day and
you're stuck
with them. You're stuck. No, so things have been great. We've been talking about like our college experience playing lacrosse. Like, we had a lot in common, and I think that really helps.
Are you a lacrosse player?
Again, you talked about me living a lot of lives. That was a very long ago life.
I mean, like, you're like so delicate and like sweet. I like cannot imagine. Lacrosse is so intense. Like, no helmets. They're just like whacking each other in the head.
You can wear a skirt. You can wear a skirt. Like, I love that. Like, I can beat people with a stick while wearing a skirt.
It's got everything I need.
Katie, I don't even think you know this. I was a swimmer, so like broad shoulders, like, thick thighs.
Leg power.
Thigh power?
Or leg power. Like, you need a lot of leg power. Oh, man. No, I appreciate swimmers.
Well, I played field hockey. I was like, I need to do something where it's like a cute sport. Like I need to do something that like, I know with swimming you're like barely wearing any clothes, but like I wanted to do something that was like I could talk to other people. I wanted something fun. So one season I did field hockey, and I was like, I get to wear the kill. I've never worn a kill before. It's gonna be so fun. Guess what position I was?
Goalie?
Goalie. You wear like 20 pounds of
Yeah.
padding. I don't
It's
think
not cute.
the
It's
skirt
not
can
cute.
be seen.
That sounds
You literally wear like
hot.
hockey pads. It was so intense. Anyway, I only let 2 goals in the whole season, and this was in like 7th grade, so it doesn't really count. But still,
Wow.
I mean,
No, that has to be a huge confidence boost. Like, oh my
honestly,
gosh.
I don't know that the ball even came to me, so I don't.
We
the
should have
details are
like
big.
a design summer camp where we all play the sports that we played when we were children and see
Yeah, Katie, yours is the best one.
see if we're any good.
What would you play?
I was a roller skater.
Yes.
And I did like everything the ice skaters do, but on roller skates with like the jumps and spins and stuff.
What do you call it?
It was very niche. Huh?
Like, how do you differentiate it from like
Roller figure skating.
Thank you. Okay. I was like, there's got to be something.
Yeah, there's also like jam skaters, the ones that will do like the cool like this is the dance. For those of you who can't see, I'm looking very cool right now.
She's grooving back and forth. She's swaying.
They'd
swaying.
put on some Mariah Carey, some Janet
TikTok,
Jackson.
It's like TikTok 2020.
I love it.
That's the
right. Oh, was that
people are
I
getting
think that was
such
before
good
I was on
content from
TikTok.
this.
I was a loser. Yeah.
it's great. Anyway,
so lots of good ideas for sports you could go into if you're looking for a sport right now.
Graphic design is for everyone, is what we're trying to say.
It's for people with a lot of different interests because you get to work on so much.
That's such a good point. It translates to basically anything.
Just for like curious people who are like, I want to do something different today than I did yesterday.
Yeah. Queen of segues. It's for the curious.
That was impressive. Yeah. Okay. Love it.
So we were talking about interns.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of artists don't even have on their radar, or they feel like too intimidated by the prospect of like, how do I get help and what do I give to them and how do I pay them and how do I get them on my team and what do I have to do legally? Did you find that experience of figuring that out to be difficult, or were you surprised that it wasn't as complicated as you thought?
I hired a consultant, ChatGPT, that helped me figure out a fair rate.
That's amazing.
Jackie, she works at a local bakery too. So I wanted to respect
that's a perk.
right. Oh my gosh, I should ask her to bring some. I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
Duh.
Be like, next mural, I expect croissants.
Right. Oh, I love that. No, so I wanted a day too to myself so I could like kind of catch up on admin or just like figure out what to give her next. She works 4 days a week, from like 9:30 to 3, so it's not like a full day either. And that kind of helps. I'm like, all right, this is like more of a part-time kind of, but there's a lot of flexibility. And I'm trying to think of what else. Like I didn't offer benefits yet. Like, so this is just kind of a test run. I'm like, I'll pay you like a set amount. Right. So I'm never going to take on like a free intern. I feel like that's just like criminal. So I always want to like pay an intern if I have one. And then, I consulted my accountant just to help me with that. Like, how much money do I have to pay her?
Yeah.
So that was helpful.
I think where I was confused in the beginning of learning about business, period, which is such a scary, broad topic, I didn't realize that there was a contractor kind of situation. I thought that anytime you hired somebody to work for you, you had to pay them benefits and they were like an employee of yours officially on the books. And yeah, like what Lisa's talking about and how we work with anybody that we've had on our team is a contractor situation. So we don't have to, provide all those benefits and things because we're really not in the financial place to where we would feel like comfortable and confident with all that. Like we've, worked with Goodtype for, a couple of years, but we're still, figuring out if our own salaries are stable and if we can move our own salaries up. So yeah, it's very intimidating to think about that, and bringing somebody on as a contractor is a really good way to dip your toe in.
And you know what else helped? Being a freelance business is so unpredictable. So
Yeah,
I positioned it as a summer internship. I'm like, okay, let's try this for 3 months. I've
love
got
it.
enough projects for the both of us to jam on for now. Like, let's just figure it out and play it by ear.
Yeah, and
I
such good
have
experience for her too.
I have a tip also
Hopefully.
for when we
Tip
had.
us.
I'm gonna tip you. Um, when we did our first intern, I reached out to the local university, which I happened to go to,
I thought you were going to
and
say to the universe.
to the universe, and I said, please give
Please
me a
send me someone.
and I asked. I mean, I used to work as an adjunct professor, so I asked the person who I knew, "Do you have any students you think would be good? Will you share this with them?" And so we were able to pay them like a fine intern, but they were also able to get like an intern hourly, but we were also able to get them credit for school,
Oh my
which
gosh.
is like a worth way more money. And so they just like I don't know how it all works, but we just reached out to like the career counselor or whatever. And that was great because double whammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're
This
ever
is how,
local colleges, juniors or seniors, they are hungry and they are so like malleable. Like they're so willing to learn. They're so willing to like try things that you wouldn't have thought of. And we're so set in our ways. I feel like they're where it's at.
Alana,
Yeah.
you're a genius. This is
I'm
why
a
you wrote a
genius,
book.
for sure. For
On
sure.
business.
Yep.
No, that's so smart. What did you teach?
Type 101, I think.
Perfect.
Uh,
Love it.
and those kiddos were feisty. Wow. I mean, it doesn't help that I was only like probably 5 to 10 years older than them. So I was like really young. But one of them literally was like, I don't like the way you graded this. And I was like, I don't like the way you're talking to me. Like, oh, you're
Oh my
so
gosh.
mean. So that was interesting. That's hard work. Teaching is wow.
I won't teach a workshop anymore. I've made 2 people cry in two separate lettering workshops. You
not.
talk about have like a
No
positive
way.
person.
How
I've
is that
tried.
even
There's
possible?
no
I
way
can't
you.
imagine a scenario where someone
Me
would
either.
cry because of words that came out of your mouth.
I
Yeah.
think it was more like they weren't like they couldn't keep up with the class, or they felt frustrated
Yeah.
that what they painted or lettered didn't look
Right.
like the example. But like,
Aw.
yeah, it was mortifying. I'm like, I'm not built for this. And clearly, if I made 2 different people cry,
No, it was not you.
No,
It
yeah,
wasn't.
it's
That's
definitely
not
not you.
But also,
No, I
you
was
have you're
surprised
really
when
busy.
in the first couple of lettering workshops that I did, I was so surprised because I thought I was doing like super beginner level, and people were also like panicking because they felt like I was going too fast and being too advanced. And I was like, okay, I have to. Sometimes you just forget like where you are in your journey because you've done it so
right.
long that you forget what it feels like to really need that like beginner, okay, this is the first time I've ever heard of lettering moment.
Exactly.
That's what
But
happened with me. I was like, "Oh no, you're really panicking." I saw it in their eyes. It's
Yeah.
like, "Oh no."
right. And I'm terrible. Like usually when someone's like having an emotional breakdown or just like going through it, I'm the friend that like just stays quiet. I'm like, just say yikes and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just
We
be
all
over
need one of
here,
those
give
though.
you your space. Yeah.
Everybody needs a Lisa. This is amazing. You just feel like an optimistic, bubbly, wonderful person. And I think that translates so nicely into your work. And
Oh, thank
like
you.
the whole point of your murals is like
Even
to
though
make
you do
people
have
smile.
some like dark fantasy moments, I feel
Oh my
like.
gosh, wait, I
Yeah.
wanted to show you. I'm trying to like bring this little guy back to life, but we got this on vacation and my family created like little titles for everyone. Mine was Finding Emo because I'm so emo. Yep. And I
Love
have like
it.
all my emo memorabilia back there.
And you're a big like Lana Del Rey fan too, right?
Yes, I love
And
her.
she's like
Did
the
you
queen
send
of
her a
moody.
brush?
No, she wasn't on the list. I didn't get to pick the list.
You need to
Fergie
call
is
them back.
so funny. Fergie is like the funniest celebrity, I feel like. I have you seen the all the funny compilations of Fergie just being weird?
No.
Especially the one where
Please send them my way.
my husband and I see them all the time on our TikTok time. But
Gosh, we have such different TikToks.
she does, my favorite one is where she's singing with the microphone while she's doing cartwheels, and she goes,
Yes.
whoa, 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 while she's doing cartwheels. And it's my favorite thing I've ever seen.
Yes. Yes.
We'll find it and put it in the show notes.
I love that you just did it though, like so, like you weren't just like, and she's like testing her voice. You like went for it.
No, because she has a very specific gravelly tone in this particular thing. She goes, whoa, whoa.
Wait, you need to start ending every episode with a segment of you impersonating a different celebrity based on your TikTok algorithm.
Can you do impressions, Katie?
I don't think I'm very good at that, but I could find TikToks to impersonate a little bit. Or like just Katie explains a TikTok to you.
Wait,
It's our new favorite segment.
Can you say Jennifer Coolidge saying I want a hot dog?
I want a hot dog. I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
Hot
Oh
dog.
my gosh!
How would she say it? I don't think that was very good.
It was close.
It was like not bad to where I'd be incredibly embarrassed. I'm just somewhat embarrassed.
Yeah, no, it was pretty close. Mine would be like that's
in
just
the,
your right. Yeah,
in the realm.
I just
yeah.
like can't. Every time I try and whatever. This is so off. I think this episode might be the most we've gone off topic, but I think I loved it.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, have you seen Encanto? Because I have one.
Obviously, yes.
Okay, I have one impersonation. Ready?
Do it.
Louisa, the donkey's got out again. So it's before Louisa's song, and the guy's like, "Hey, like the donkey's got out."
It's like not even a character. Villager number one.
That's my number one impression.
Lisa Quine does Villager number one, and you heard it here.
It's literally like that person's not even in the credits. That person doesn't have a name. I'm so proud of you, Lisa. That was so beautiful. Great job.
I'm sweating. That was a lot, you guys.
Okay, where can people find more impressions from you?
Under a rock. I'm going into hiding now. Like
I'll be there with you.
Perfect.
Me and my Jennifer Coolidge impression.
You know what? It was so wholesome, and that's what I love about you. You're so wholesome. No, but seriously, where can people find your work and your murals and learn more about you and ask you to make them a brush, even though you'll say no.
And line up to be more of your interns.
Yeah.
Perfect. No, I'm mainly active on Instagram at Lisa_Quine, and then my website's a good place to go for anything else you need. LisaQuine.com.
Love it.
Everything else is just like flying by the seat of my pants. Like I'm on other social channels if you are, but
I'm there if you are.
yeah. I'll respond if you reach out, like on LinkedIn, on Facebook, but I won't love it.
Yeah.
I think that's a good attitude to have. Like I'm there, but just so that I can say
that's honest.
Dealer's choice. You know what?
That's what we're all thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
If you want to reach out to me there, I'll be there.
I think people got dumber by listening to this episode. Hopefully you guys walked away with something. And if you want to know more, yes, please reach out. I'll give you a coherent response.
I walked away with a lot.
Yeah, I love some laughs along the way. That's my favorite type of interview, where you really get to know
the whole point of this show is just to have fun and talk to our friends. So
amazing. Let's do it again.
Okay, sounds great. All right, that's it. We'll see you next time. I can't remember. Oh, right. Oh my God, I just forgot what our sign off was.
And you're the one who's so passionate about it.
Okay.
Before you sign off, thank you so much for having me on. Like, seriously, this was a highlight of my whole month. Like, I love Goodtype. As a longtime, follower for over a decade, this is monumental to me. So thank you.
It was my best moment of the month, too.
It's monumental.
All right.
Okay, all good things.
All good things. All right.